Hello, hello, Shagathun here. Welcome back to not Divinity Original Sin, no matter how much my brain wants me to say that. Genshin Impact. And yeah, we're going to be picking up where we left off last time. So I finished up with the chasm for the most part, but there's still like, so I kind of have a couple things just to turn in. And there's definitely some side quests and all that, but I'm going to kind of push those to the side for now. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap those things up and then head back to the summer content because it's going to expire pretty soon. So yeah, that's the plan. And we're not going to waste any time, so let's go ahead and get started. But I do realize it's just moments too late that I need to do one thing, so give me about like 30 to 40 seconds. I shouldn't mute myself when I'm talking. And I'll be... My finger got a little heavy on that button there. I'll give me about 30 to 40 seconds and I'll be right back and we'll get started. I'm just going to switch the view. Alrighty, let's go ahead and start doing things. Come on, game, give me some audio. It gets so quiet. I need to do what I used to do and like play music instead of let the game idle. Let's check the mail because something's happened. Get a little bit of Mora. That's it. Okay. The Hidden Strife event and Reminiscent Regimen. Okay. Yeah. So let's take a look at whatever I'm supposed to do with this quest. No, that's not it. This one? Yeah. So report back to Moning. Easy enough. Well, hopefully. We'll see what it actually results in. Way down here. Okay. This is right back at the entrance. Perfect. All right. I noticed earlier, oh, I didn't say the thing I normally do, that local time, or today is the 11th of August, 2022. Local time is 17:08. Yeah, I noticed earlier I had left off in the chasm, like underground, and it just wasn't playing any music at all, so it was completely silent. I had to relocate in order to have it do something. Alright, Moning. Archaic stone. In all the years I've worked in the chasm, I've barely seen even one. What are the big shots at Huishan Hall thinking? Let them do the job and they'll know how impossible the task is. Moning! Oh, it's you. Why are you still wandering on the upper levels of the chasm? Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't welcome you here. I just wonder, don't you have other important matters to attend to? We were just kindly dropping by to check up on you since you looked so troubled. Is anything bothering you? Do you know about Archaic stone? It's a rare ore, so rare that you won't even necessarily find one in the mines. I've only seen 2 or 3 such stones for all my years here at the chasm. It's such a gorgeous gemstone with beauty beyond imagination. They say that if you look inside the finest archaic stones, you'll see shimmering light rays as thin as hair, and that the stone's color reminds you of the sea horizon in the twilight. You mean a stone like this? Ah, you actually have one, and it's one of the highest quality that I've ever seen too. Shagath, how about you sell this stone to me? Oh, do I do it? No. The choice is Dream On. It's like, do I do Aerosmith? No, I don't have faith in myself right now. I'm out of practice. Dream On! Yep, it's a gift from a friend. Besides, Paimon seriously doubts if your pocket is thick enough to afford the hole this stone is gonna burn through. Well, I've got a buyer behind me, so finances aren't exactly the problem. A buyer? Yes, somehow the big shots at Huishan Hall got interested in the stone and wanted to analyze it, so they sent me to the chasm to look for a few samples. But I'm busy getting my job over with, doing my job. How about we make a deal, Shagath? If you find any archaic stones, bring them to me. In exchange, the reward promised by Huishan Hall will be yours. They don't have to match the quality of yours so long as they are archaic stones. Rewards from Huishan Hall? Normally I would handle the job myself, but my hands have been tied by various affairs here in the chasm lately, so please help me with this. With that said, I'm not sure how many they want. How about you bring me 3 for starters? Alright, we got it. So...
I still have documents to deliver to the Ministry of Civil Affairs today.
When I hear the Ministry of, my brain just fills in truth. You're back, Shagath. How did things go? There's good news to be had from underground, I hope. You tell Moning everything. See what I told you? The exploration team were a reliable lot, and the expedition was bound to be fruitful. I have received the ore samples and data that Khedive and Jinwu have gathered. The unknown matter is in full retreat, and the geological shifts have largely ceased. It's a good omen indeed. Thanks to your help, the Millelith have also expressed no objections to our plans for further exploration and restoration. In fact, they should be getting ready to descend into the mine themselves. I don't remember you expressing such effusive support before. That's right. So who was the one who was trying their best to prevent us from going down previously? Huh? Come on now. There's no need to be so straight about such things. I mean, I will pay you, and of course, the Chasm Exploration Team will become an official part of Huishan Hall from this day forth. You need to work on your ability to change the topic. That's right, but since there's more to be had, we'll forgive you this time. Haha, thank you. And you know, I did get a real earful from the higher-ups myself for letting you go down there without so much as a report back to headquarters. The higher-ups? Who? Yeah, and who would bother coming down here themselves to give you an earful anyway? You might not believe me, but it was the Yuhang herself. She seemed quite concerned for your safety. Seriously? So Kaching's been keeping an eye on us this whole time? But the person we met down there didn't look anything like her. You actually saw that person clearly? You forgot? It's the one that went shoom and went right by us. It was super flashy and stuff. You met someone else down there? Are you certain that it wasn't a treasure hoarder or a fatus? This is certainly worth recording, but don't worry. The Millelith will help you look into it. Yes, Shagath, since I'm currently in charge of the exploration team's material needs, could I also ask you how things are with them at the moment? Jiqiang isn't looking too good. That's right, she's still down in the mines and she's not in the best of conditions. Jinwu did mention her condition to me. I'll send a report recommending that the ministry send a medical team down. With any luck, she'll be patient and stay out of any hazardous zones. Klitofo joined up, but he was a treasure hoarder previously. Will things really be okay? Oh, him? We all know him. He's not a bad person by nature. If you were able to trust him, Shagath, I don't think we'd gainsay you. Still, I think he'll have to wait for a while before he can be welcomed in any official capacity. Let's just call it a probation period, shall we? About Khedive. Oh, that fellow from Sumeru? Well, I won't lie to you. You can think of him as a sort of proxy. On the surface, he seems to be the organizer and the overall in charge, but in truth, even he answers to the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of course, this comes with some academic agreement that the Qixing have with the academia. It is academia, okay. The people upstairs went back and forth with the academia for a while over this, and I'm not at liberty to say more in any case. Whatever the case, a researcher from overseas is not exactly someone we would normally use. But since he's willing to pay for the team from his own pocket, I suppose we have little reason to refuse his help. Well, what's the arrangement going to be from now on? The ministry will send more people down there. I suppose we've got to trouble our dedicated professional to delve into the perilous depths for us again. Your dedicated professional? Anyway, thanks for your help. You're always welcome here at the Chasm. Yes, indeed. And there you go again, changing the topic so suddenly. Okay, let's not get too hot and bothered about that. In any case, the Ministry thanks you for your services, and we will not stand in the way of your activities within the chasm any further. Yeah! Do we have these stones? Have you found the Archaic stones? Here they are. 7. These are indeed Archaic stones. You have my thanks. I was right to come to you. I bet it would have taken much longer if it had been the Adventurers Guild. Who knows? Perhaps the Adventurers Guild might even send us the commission. That's quite likely. Adventurers, huh? I used to be envious of them. The way they ventured into high mountains and deep dungeons, there seemed to be nowhere they dared not go. I'm quite the opposite, though. I've been working here for years, but haven't once visited Cinnabar Cliff on the very top of the chasm. What? You haven't been there even once? Well, Cinnabar Cliff is one of those famous tourist spots that locals seldom go to. Maybe it's so close that I always think that I can visit it later when I've got time. But, well, I've never got time. Then why don't we go now? It's important to act spontaneously. I think I'll pass. I'm still in the middle of something. What's more, such errand running is best left to adventurers. Dangerous places are their bread and butter, after all. I'd probably get injured if I did the same, and that's something I'd like to avoid. Makes sense. Getting injured could be a big deal. If I'm injured, no one's going to supervise the exploration team down there and ensure the safety of the miners. Should anything happen, it will escalate into a grievous matter. That's what you're worried about? Paimon thought you were just scared of getting injured. The formidably high cliffs near the chasm, the bottomless caves, and the ancient battlefield left behind by Rex Lapis are full of danger. I don't have the slightest interest in venturing into those places. Here, the rewards for the 3 Archaic stones. Huishan Hall wants quite a lot of them, so bring me more if you can find any. Of course, there will be rewards for those too. Just remember to come to me once you find more Archaic stones. You can count on us. What do I get?
I still have documents to deliver to the Ministry
Primo
of Civil
gems.
Affairs today.
Oh, it's a lot of stuff. So we could probably give him more just for like free money. Yeah, can we give him 3 more? Yep. So every time you have 3. Got it. 3 more. I shall gratefully take the Archaic stones submitted by our 2 civic-minded citizens. I didn't expect you to find 3 of them so quickly, and they are much better in quality than the ones I've previously seen. They remind me of the one that I used to have. You have an Archaic stone? Then why send us to look for it? I mean, I used to have one. What if that's that last one I have remaining? My old, not in that it belonged to him, but what if we give him that last one and that's all there are to do ever? My old man once handled a batch of ores at Shenglu Hall. That stone was just a leftover remnant, and its quality was poor, so he gave it to me as a toy. We had been arguing all the time back then. I never had a job, and to make it worse, I spent most of my time at Yanshang Tea House. As such, I ended up in heavy debt, and in distress too. Ah, that feels a bit wrong. Well, who hasn't done a stupid thing or two when they were young? Anyway, when I was helpless, someone recognized my Archaic stone and offered a good price. To me, it was no big deal. A stone in exchange for some Mora to get me out of my immediate predicament. A fair trade, I'd say. Yet Father brought this up the other day and asked, Muning, where did you put that stone that I gave you? All I could tell him was, it's just a stone, I've long lost it. Though I said so, I couldn't help wondering, what if I hadn't sold the stone? Then I could show it to Father when he mentioned it. Forget it. It's no use wondering about the what if now. At least the prodigal son has returned. You are right. It's just that I still have a long way to go before I can clear my debt. I've digressed. What is wrong with me? I've digressed. If you find more, please bring them to me. Just how many do you need? Bring me 3 more. 3 more would be enough. Archaic stone is a rare ore. If Huishan Hall wants more, I seriously doubt if I can find any here in the chasm. Oh, Primo gems. Not a bad reward. Alrighty. So... yoink. How did I not get this? Sometimes I feel like these things just appear randomly, and I wonder if they're associated with the time of day. Is this going to be a night? Nope, it's not a nighttime shot. Like, how did I not see that before? I've been here. Okay, whatever. F3, let's check the banner again. I think I have her, but I haven't used her. Is that correct? I like how much I wanted Ganyu so bad, and by the time they reran her, I had Eula, who was just dominating everything. That's not her. That's her. Yunjin. Okay. Yeah, because I know back in the... Wait, what is... Oh, right, this stuff. I haven't been in Inazuma in a minute, though. I know back in the day, Ganyu was like the best bar none for a while. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do was to tackle this summer stuff. Actually, there's two things I can do. No, we'll do it from the F5 menu. This one. We'll do these two, because they don't take too long. To break out of the heavy hostile encirclement safely, adventurers must collaborate closely to organize flexible offenses and defenses. Offensives and defenses. During the challenge, the Driftstone Raft will continuously consume drift energy as it sails towards its destination. Protect the raft and prevent opponents from destroying it. That one sounds like it's pure co-op, maybe. So we'll do this, and then we'll tackle that D-Loop quest, which I think starts at the winery. You must protect a Driftstone Raft that will automatically move towards a destination. The raft will come under attack and will be obstructed while en route. If the raft reaches its destination within... Was that like... If the raft reaches its destination within the time limit without being destroyed, the challenge is a success. The Driftstone Raft comprises a propulsion device and 4 stone raft components. Each of these components can be destroyed as a standalone part. Pick up repair parts and stay on top of the Driftstone Raft to prepare it. That word, Driftstone, bothers me. The TST is weird. Driftstone. The propulsion device will constantly consume drift energy while en route. If it runs out of energy, it will stop moving. Pick up drift energy and stay on top of the Driftstone Raft to replenish the device's energy. The Driftstone Raft's progress will sometimes be barred by some ominous obstacles. One type of obstacle will cause the raft to stop moving. Destroy these ominous obstacles to allow the raft to proceed. The other type will deal damage to the raft as it passes through. Destroy the support pillars on either side of this obstacle type to destroy them. If you stray too far from the team, or if you are too far from the challenge, you can use return. Yeah, okay. That's the same as the other ones. Cool. Now do it. I can't jump like I would like to.
Adorn my night into the wind. One with nature.
I don't know what Pagus. These guys are going nuts. Alright, where is it? It's going this way.
I condemn you.
Alright, so I'll grab this thing.
Rack and ruin.
Sweet.
I condemn you.
Where's the raft? Is that it right there? Is that a raft? It's like a little floaty oh no, it is a raft. I thought it was just this piece. We actually spawned on it. Okay. Oh, that's what that... I was like, what is that? One of their specials doing goofy stuff.
More speed.
I'm just gonna go after these.
Rack and
Yeah.
vengeance will be mine. Eye for an eye.
Is that guy? Yeah, they're dead. Cool. These Kazuhas really like jumping around.
Rack and ruin. Into the wind. Eye for an eye. I condemn you.
What else do we got? Oh, we got a dude making towers over here.
Rack and ruin.
Making cold towers. Oh my god, stop.
Condemn you. Rack and ruin.
Oh, I'm about to die.
Adorn my night. Wind knows me.
Let me chop on some of these real quick. Alright, what do we do? Okay. We just win. I dealt a lot of damage, berserk buttoned. I don't know. I got a good score. I got the best reward. I'm okay with that. I should put another one of these in the freezer because I'm gonna want to drink another one soon. There's Zevia creamy root beer sodas, but I bought it at work, not at work, but at the store near the office today. And so they were sitting in my car for about half the day, just like baking. I put this one in the freezer for a bit. Oh, there's a challenge back there. It might be like one of the race things or something. Yeah, I put this one in the freezer for about 30 minutes when I got home. And it's okay, but I checked when I got it at the start of stream and the other ones were still warm, even though they're in the fridge. You know what? So I'm not used to seeing Yanfei or Raiden Shogun. I mean, I guess not Zhao either. I'm not used to seeing any of them, like, in the game. For the most part. We're going that way. Right. I should look at the map. Oh!
Time to scout.
Hey, this one's a little funky. This is not what I expected on this one.
Time to scout.
No! Okay, we're good. We're good.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
There's a hilly trail somewhere, I heard it. My philosophy is kind of just like preempt all the bad stuff.
More speed.
Get out here and destroy this stuff early.
Eye for an eye.
There we go.
Rack and ruin. Inazuma shines eternal.
I guess probably don't jump the way I did.
I condemn you.
Oh, I see. That buff is giving me some extra stuff on my attacks. That's cool.
Rack and ruin. Now you shall perish. Flood of frost. Incinerate.
No idea what's happening. Hey, whoa! Son of a bitch. Why? Come on. Let me hit this.
I condemn you. Time for your payment. More speed.
Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, that's the ending, right? Hopefully I did okay. Full force downward, or forward. Why did I say downward? I can't read, apparently. Good, I got the rewards. That's what I cared about.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along.
Oh, I gotta remember to turn off co-op. That happened last time where I was like, wait a minute, where's my... Okay, no, my party's not... My party's here. So I don't think I'm in co-op. For some reason it happened before, though. We activate this, and I think we can get the... No, we'll do it from here, then. Yeah, so that's that. Claim, and claim, and claim. Should give me a crown for doing all of them. Sweet. Okay. What about your talents? Can I level it? Because, like, I needed, yeah, I needed things. We do have enough for that. It's Midnight Phantasmagoria. I'd rather do Knight Rider because I use it more. So I could probably make a couple more philosophies of Ballad. Alright. We'll worry about that later. So now, let's mark the limited quest. That's a lot of stuff there. Drama Phantasmagoria. Oh! Finish acting out the prologue. The great princess's loyal subjects are pleased to perform for you, our guests, a performance most special, a tale of love and valor. And the boat has some stuff for us to do. Okay, there's more. There's definitely more. Dude, I am like sweating. I do turn, I don't like turn it way up, but I do turn the AC up when I leave for work. Just to save a little bit. So it doesn't really cool down right away when I get home, but it doesn't have to run quite as hard throughout the day when you're gone for like 10 hours. Probably is helpful. I don't know what I'm looking for.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade?
Let's find it here. Hidden Strife. Go to quest. Phantom of the Past. Okay.
right then.
So yeah, it is in Mondstadt. It's the winery, right? Yep. Hey, I get a free heal for coming here. That's nice. Alright, so yeah, my drinks have been in the fridge for about an hour. I don't need another one yet, but this one is empty, excuse me. Like, hiccup or whatever. I don't need another one yet. But I do want to try to make sure they're cool enough when I'm ready, so let me go ahead and actually get the heal. And then before I approach, I'm just gonna go swap one from the fridge into the freezer. Ooh, we got a commission right here. Someone's being attacked. Yeah, let's help him. This isn't even the commission.
No rest.
I remember you. Thank you, traveler. You saved me. I never expected there to be monsters here. I'm just lucky to have run into you. Please, take these for your trouble. Just gives you the most random thing. A pack of Trojans and a baseball card.
Rack and ruin.
Yeah, get fucked, dude. Get fucked.
Eye for an eye.
Give me that chili pepper from Gooba. It doesn't matter. Everyone's dead. Okay. Whatever. We'll knock that out. Maybe I'll just knock out all the commissions before the end of the day. We'll see what happens. Am I gonna take damage because I'm burning and my shield's gone? Nope. Okay, sweet. Alright, as I said, before I go approach, I'm gonna just go put a drink in the freezer and I'll be able to get it in about 20 or 30 minutes and it should be nice and ready for me. So yeah, I will be right back. No BRB screen, it's just be a few seconds. Actually, I lied because I almost forgot to put out my recycling and discarding my old can that I just finished. It reminded me. Thursday is the last day of the week that they you know, take things, so I'm gonna have to just put that out as well. But I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting. To be honest, I just don't think about it until it's too late. Chasm lighter. Only 14 more chests to go, and I've completed everything in the chasm. It's pretty good. Can't complain about that. Now let's see what they've got in store for me here.
Good day to you both. It's been quite a long time. You're looking well as ever. Hi, Adeline! To what do we owe the honor today? Important business to discuss with Master Diluc, I presume?
Not quite important business.
That's right! Adeline, since we've run into you, maybe we could just get you to help us with this one. We always miss the winery's discount grape juice, so this time we decided to come here early. Can you reserve a bottle for us? We'll pay a deposit, just name the price.
Of course I can, and no deposit necessary. But I'm afraid you might be in for quite a wait. Dawn Winery's discount grape juice takes a long time to make. Every summer, Master Diluc handpicks 2 barrels of the finest grapes to turn into juice.
What? Why sell the good stuff at a low price? Shouldn't the best grapes be the most expensive?
Master has never explained his reasoning. If I had to guess, the discount could be a marketing technique. Special deals always attract customers. Perhaps Master hopes to increase the popularity of fruit juice so that people have more options when it comes to drinking. It makes an ideal alternative for the heaviest drinkers because they won't get drunk and start causing mischief. At the same time, those who don't drink alcohol get the chance to try something new.
I mean, I don't really agree with either of these options. If you give a sample, he only handpicks 2 barrels. If you give a sample of really, really good stuff and draw people in, even if the other stuff is subpar, you've already got them hooked. So they're gonna come in and say, oh, that was really good. I want to buy more. Boom, you got the money now. They expect it's going to be as good as that. No, maybe they never come back. But that doesn't mean that the rest of the product is bad. He just took 2 barrels of the best stuff, but that doesn't mean there's not more. We'll say, wouldn't that harm the winery's business?
Master Diluc isn't all about money. I think he would prefer to see people drinking in moderation than chase bigger profits at any cost. Imagine if everyone could just enjoy a nice glass of wine and have a good time while keeping their wits about them and not creating trouble for others. Now, wouldn't that be a miracle?
Wow, Master Diluc's such a thoughtful guy. So, is Diluc picking out this year's grapes right now?
Not just yet. He has a few more issues to sort out first. He'll start the process as soon as those are out of the way. If you're interested, I'm sure Master Diluc would be delighted to see you and hear your thoughts.
What issues?
As you know, whenever Master Diluc catches wind of any unsavory guests showing up in Mondstadt, he takes it upon himself to go and greet them in person. It's the same story today. He should be somewhere near Falcon Coast. I'm not sure how long he'll be. In the meantime, would you like to take a seat inside? I have to stay here and wait for some other guests, but Hilly and Mako will be glad to take care of you.
Unsavory guests? What is that supposed to mean?
I'm guessing it has something to do with Diluc's part-time job.
Huh? You mean the Dark and Evil Abyss Order are up to no good again? In that case, Master Diluc's our friend. We can't sit here and do nothing.
If you're happy to help, that would be wonderful. Master trusts you after all, and you're both very capable. I know he'd appreciate a helping hand.
No biggie! The sooner Master Diluc is free, the sooner we can get a taste of that delicious grape juice. Come on, let's go to the Falcon Coast.
Okay then. I have no idea how far the... Okay, yeah, we're gonna just take the short way there. I don't need to heal, so let's just go here. Just drop right down on it. Easy mode.
Is that a camp over there? Diluc is camping out in the wild? Huh. This is weird. Maybe these enemies are really tough, and it's turned into a long, drawn-out battle. Let's go check it out.
I'm trying to.
Huh. This tent doesn't look like it belongs to Diluc. Maybe it's an adventurer camp. Oh, there's a piece of paper and a notebook over there. Let's read them.
Dear Dark Knight Hero, we are seeing a repeat of the phenomenon we encountered many years ago. Although you fully resolved the issue last time, the ley lines seem to have been stimulated in some way and are releasing the monsters they recorded once more. I was going to mention that ley line there being red, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'm sure you'll want to deal with those that pose the biggest threat immediately. So I'm notifying essential individuals per the operating procedures.
Judging by the tone, it seems like this was written by someone Diluc knows well. Let's call him Diluc's friend for now. He saw something bad happen, wrote a note for Master Diluc, and then left.
I wonder if this is going to be one of the kind of things where it's just like, go do a bunch of these things, and that's the entirety of the event or the quest.
Huh. Isn't that pretty irresponsible? What if someone else had seen it? Also, he left his notebook behind.
He's like right here.
Now that Paimon thinks about it, you know that strange ley line deposit on the beach?
Yeah, like right there. Paimon bets that's the what? I'm saying that? Okay. Paimon bets that's the phenomenon he was talking about.
Other than that, everything seems fine here. Not a monster in sight. Do you want to read Diluc's friend's notebook too? If not, let's head over and take a closer look at the ley line deposit.
Is there something else to read?
There are 2 notes here. Which one should we start with?
First. It's been years since the ley lines last released such highly aggressive monsters during an anomaly. The Dark Knight Hero's timing was perfect, the way he lured the monsters a few at a time into the open to defeat them one by one. Quite the strategy. And then he pretended to be seriously injured, luring out the Abyss Order's main forces and then meeting them head on. A truly magnificent counterattack. Still, this plan involved too many uncertainties. The Dark Knight Hero himself even said that he can't afford to take risks like this every time. Getting to the root of the problem and preventing these types of ley line disorders from happening is the safest approach.
Paimon didn't follow all that. But it seemed to be about a previous battle Diluc was in? There are 2 notes here. Which one?
Ley lines hold many secrets. We ordinary people do not need to concern ourselves with the way they work. But since the Dark Knight Hero will be fighting against the Abyss Order for the long term, it is in our best interests to gain a deeper understanding of them. I heard that the captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team is a highly accomplished academic, but unlike Lisa, he is not especially close with the acting Grand Master. We should be able to learn a few things from him without the Knights of Favonius finding out. Perhaps the Dark Knight Hero could ask him for input on the technical issues regarding the ley lines. I will deliver the letter to his camp on the mountain.
Huh. Sounds like it was talking about Albedo. Oh, did Diluc write a letter to Albedo?
And just in case there's another scene, I'm not going to turn the camera on yet. What's up, dudes?
Where did all these monsters come from?
The negative zone.
Wait a
Uh-oh.
second. Is that Diluc? Huh. He looks kind of different than usual. Ah, look at him go! So focused and full of energy. So this is Captain Pyro when he's in top form, huh?
So it must be Diluc from when he fought here in the past.
Hey, you're right! Now that Paimon looks more closely, this Diluc does look younger than usual. But what happened back then? Why is he fighting here? Guess we can just ask him about it when we see him. What should we do now?
Let's observe for now.
Okay, let's see how young Diluc used to fight.
Do we get a full-on movie? Oh no, we play as him. Okay. I see. Yeah, you can just keep spamming that. Oh, because it stacks. Okay. There we are. It's like 3 stacks or something. I don't know. I haven't used him in a very long time. That was cool. Cool.
The fight is over. Diluc wiped the floor with them. Guess some things haven't changed. So is there any actual danger here? It looks like it's only these illusions from the past.
At most, there might be a few remnants left.
So Diluc's already called it a day?
Yep.
Will more monsters come out if we go up to that weird leyline deposit again? And what about young Diluc? If it's like the other leyline deposits we've seen, then it should have disappeared now that all the monsters are defeated.
So, young Diluc's piqued your interest.
No. Paimon's just a little worried is all. What if someone passing by gets curious, comes to check it out, then suddenly, yeah! A monster jumps out and clubs him over the head with a swish and a smash! That would be terrible.
Why the sound effects?
Because it sounds more dangerous that way. Anyway, we came here to help Diluc, didn't we? So let's stick around a little longer and make sure this place is completely safe before we head back.
You've got a strong sense of responsibility.
Not really. Paimon just wants some fancy grape juice. Come on, let's finish what we came for. When we get the grape juice, you can have some of Paimon's half.
Alrighty. So... and it's gonna open up events. Yep. Called it. Dire Straits as well. We gotta do it in Vicious Battle mode and then Dire Straits. Oh, this might take a bit. This might be a bit more grindy than I expected. Defeat one powerful, defeat one powerful. Use elemental burst 6 times, okay.
I condemn you. Freeze to the core.
Gather. Nice and spicy.
Rack and ruin. I condemn you. Rack and ruin.
Eat this! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Solidify!
I don't know if I can do it 6 times.
I condemn you.
Oh, I have to before I win. Okay. Then that's fine.
Stabilize. I will have
So we'll just pop that.
Eye for an eye. Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you. Rack and ruin.
Alright, who's the powerful opponent?
solidify. Order guide you.
After image might obtained. You?
No rest.
I condemn you.
Alright, I think we got this.
Eye for an eye. Flood of frost.
Just because I want to be lazy, we'll use this again. And we'll just wipe the floor with them. Boom, just like that.
Paimon's starting to wonder if we should have left the ley line deposit alone. Maybe then the monsters would have stopped coming.
Nope, never.
Also,
Damn it, why'd you pause? I didn't...
come on! Let's get back to the Dawn Winery.
No, we're gonna do Hidden Strife stuff for a bit. Reward preview. In a complete Dire Straits mode. Okay, we'll do a handful of these. We'll try to, like, split this apart a little bit, so I'm not doing them all at the same time.
This is order.
I condemn you. More speed.
Alright, so if I do this... Yeah. That's gonna give me some melt and vaporize.
Solidify.
Nice and spicy.
Eye for an eye.
No rest for the wicked.
At least hopefully. I got 8 of 12, that's not too bad.
I condemn you.
Do more melt, yeah.
Rack and ruin.
Alright, now we just gotta defeat 3 powerful opponents.
I condemn you. Freeze to the core. Eye
You're
for
my
an eye.
powerful opponents? Okay.
Rack and ruin.
Oh, it didn't do shit because of their shields. Dude, that sucks.
I condemn you. Rack and ruin.
And we good. I swear I took damage, but I healed? Zhongli took damage. He didn't heal, so never mind, I'm wrong. I just did a bad job of getting the shield up early. Alright, rewards. So far, so good. Why is that? Oh, because I clicked it. That's not too bad. 7, so I gotta do this 14 times, basically. Maybe I just bum rush through all of it at once. What do I need to do? Electro-related reactions? Well, all, like, everything with Fischl is gonna be electro.
No rest for the wicked. Stabilize.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
I condemn
Right.
you. Rack and ruin.
Come on.
I summon thee.
Oz, hit the ones that are, like, under the water or something. I don't know. Let's get this thing going, Oz.
Stabilize.
Oh,
No.
Eye for
here we
an
go. Is this it? One more hit, Oz. No?
Rack
There
and
we
ruin.
are. Alright, now 3 powerful. No problem.
Vengeance will be mine. Eye for an eye. Rack and ruin.
There's 2.
Stabilize.
Nice and
Well, this man is ready to unload, but he ain't gonna get a chance. We'll stun him out of it. Just like that, man. It's easy. I don't know if I prefer it, if this is all there is to it. I don't know if I prefer this or a long drawn out quest. Normally I'd prefer a quest, but the other quests in the summer thing were really long. Could trigger swirl reactions 15 times. I can't do that without a without someone who can do Animo. One day I'll get to the right menu. We'll swap out Xiangling. This also gives us healing.
Let the wind lead.
Oh, I like that it's raining.
Want a taste of my hammer? Act assault!
Nice. Wait, that's only 2 of 15? How? Does it have to be combined with something else? Like this? It does. Okay. Wait, it's only how is it only 3? I swear multiple ones got hit by that. There's like 3 swirls popping up on the screen. We'll get there though, it's okay. Let's say yoink, and a yoink, and a yoink. Maybe not. Yo, Stanty plays with the raid. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. What you been up to? Look at all the emotes. Damn. Thank you so much for that. What were you up to today? Hope you had a good stream. I am trying to clean up some of this, some of the summer stuff before it expires on us. Hey, no, you ain't. Hey, it's Boxing Elephant. What's going on? Good to see you back. Were you involved with this? Is that what it is? Nah, you are not bothering me. You are all good, Stanty. Thank you so much. Like I said, I hope you had a great stream. Xenoblade, ah. That is a game that, to my understanding, it's only available on Switch, right? And I do not have one, but I hear really good things about it. Okay, I'm not gonna get this kill, am I?
I condemn you.
I am not gonna get this kill in time.
Rack and ruin.
I'm not up to snuff on my Animo. Come on, come on. 14 seconds. Can I do it? Nope. Probably not.
I condemn you.
Oh no. Damn. Technically Switch. How is it technically available on any PC? Oh, Yuzu is the emulator. I mean, I guarantee my PC could do it. I don't mind emulating, but I find it a little weird with like new hardware. Like if I don't own it, you get into some gray areas. Alright, can I get it like a bunch of swirls? And also, by the way, like I said, good to see you, Boxing Elephant. You said you were involved. Okay. I do appreciate that.
No rest for the wicked. 2 to go.
Well, that's the thing, like, I wouldn't pirate it, but it'd be weird to, like, buy the game to emulate it, and that does get into gray legal areas.
Rack
I mean, I used to pirate when I was younger because, like, that's what... Oh. Okay. Didn't really mean to do that, but that's fine. That's what, like, every kid was doing in the early 2000s when they figured out about LimeWire and Kazaa and stuff. just being real. So many of us did that and we didn't think twice about it because we were kids. But these days, I'm like, man, I have money. Emu Paradise? Yeah, I remember Emu Paradise. Coolroms.com. I spent some time on that one. What was another one? I think Emu Paradise was like one of the main ones I used to use. Damn, what was another one? I'll think of it later. I first found out, like, one of my friends found out about emulation in the 90s and told me about it, and we didn't even think about, like, any legal issues or whatever. It's just like, neither of us had a Super Nintendo, but it's like, hey, there's all these Super Nintendo games we can't play, but we found a way to do it for free. And we would just download stuff because we didn't know any better, we didn't think about it. And we would get, like, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, all kinds of stuff. Like, back in the 90s. Good times. Oh, these guys are being aggressive right now. I have to deal with that. Yeah, like I said, I do hear really good things about that game. And if I ever get around to getting a Switch, I will definitely have to check it out. But it's tough because I do prefer to play everything on PC. Alright, I think I got this, but it's close. There we go. Oh, that post-stream food. That hits right. That is like one of the best meals. Yeah, no, I am definitely I think I played some of like maybe the first one. I think like someone let me play it years ago. And I was like, this seems cool, but you know, I don't have the console or anything. Yeah, I might end up doing something like that, I don't know. Yeah, or they could just release it on PC. You know, we could just skip the, we could just skip the middle. I'm not a big fan of, I will say, I'm not a big fan of exclusivity as long as, if it's not a first-party title. And yeah, what you're saying there, because it's first-party. When it comes to, like, like Square Enix or something, they're not a first-party. So I don't like when companies like that do exclusives because I'm like, why? Shin Megami, I haven't actually played those myself, but my understanding is they're related to Persona, right? Shin Megami Tensei is related to Persona. Also, I put a drink in the freezer like half an hour ago. Thank you for that follow. I hear the timer beeping, so let me go get my drink, and I'll be right back in like 20 seconds. Persona's a spin-off, okay. I'll be right back. You know, I appreciate that, Lurk. Ooh, darker, more existential and philosophical. I have a degree in philosophy, so you're speaking my language. Did I already claim the rewards? I did it on autopilot. A smarty pants, I don't know. I went to school for way too long. There were some I got a couple degrees to show for it, but I got a lot of student debt as well. Oh no, I kept Jean in. That's not my main party. I could probably make it work. Normal attacks dealing damage? Oh, that's easy, especially with Eula. I got my first degree in philosophy. Spent way too much money doing that. Because I kind of went to school went to university out of high school not knowing what I wanted to do. Like I wasn't going for the right reasons. I was going because I grew up being told over and over that I have to go to college to get a degree, to get a good job and everything. But I didn't really want to. And so I just I started out under electrical engineering. And I wasn't enjoying it, but there was a philosophy course that we had to take, that all engineer students had to take. And I found out that the stuff in that course was basically what I was doing in my free time. I was actually writing like philosophical essays on topics like, you know, religion and morality and stuff in my free time because I found it really interesting to think about these you know, difficult topics. So I really fell in love with philosophy and I switched majors to that. But still, I wasn't preparing for a future or anything. I was just like, hey, this is fun. I want to learn more about it. So as I got towards the end of my philosophy degree, I started thinking about, well, now I'm supposed to go get a job, but what am I going to do with this degree? I mean, I can do more school.
I can't wait any longer.
And then turn it into something else, or like there's not a lot you really do with a bachelor's in philosophy. So I decided I was going to go do grad work in computer science, but that basically, because I had no computer science background, I basically had to do a second bachelor's as a technical grad student. But the way it worked is all the prerequisites that I had to get knocked out, or all the classes that I had to get knocked out to take the grad courses were prerequisites of each other. So it's like you need 1030 before you can take 1040, before you can take 2100, before you can take 2110, before you can take 3100. So like all these things just end up dragging out so long that I basically, it just made sense to get a second bachelor's while I was doing all those. So then I got that, and then I went straight into, originally I was going to do AI, and I did do a lot of AI coursework, but by the time I actually went into the real grad work, I went straight into a PhD program, and I had switched over to cybersecurity. And just because I had a professor that got me really interested in cybersecurity. So that, I still did a lot of AI work though, and I did some of my security work was actually mixing AI together. So there are things like natural language processing, and we're able to do things like, also, I'm annoyed. Where are the guys I can freeze? This isn't going to work very well, is it? You're able to take things like natural language processing and have a user like type something in just plain English, but then we're able to generate like security policies from that. And it's actually pretty cool stuff. And it was fun to work with, so it was kind of combining two of the areas that I really like. But yeah, that's a big rundown. Actually, I've done a lot of different things professionally, but I actually am in a cybersecurity role right now for the first time, so it's pretty awesome. Definitely enjoying it. Damn it. Alright, let me get away from there. I don't want to kill the slime. I might have to redo this and bring in Mona or something, because I need to trigger all these frozens, so I need a way to like get them wet or something. Alright, I hope you have a good dinner, and thanks for dropping in the raid and everything. I appreciate it. It's good to see you again, by the way. Always good to see people returning. Alright, how many more? 5. 5 more. No. One powerful opponent. I wonder what that could be. And it's like now I need to get these things just out of here so we can get more slimes. All right, 2 more. But I need to 1 more because of the way they count. Okay, good. Who's the powerful opponent? Where? Why? How? When? You? Dude, can you... There we go. I'm not even gonna put the shield out because I want to just like wail on this guy. Oh, good, we got him. Okay, that was a little tough. All right, reward preview. Boom, boom, boom. So, okay, I didn't do this one. What do I have to do? Deal damage when using claymores? That's perfect! I have Eula!
Solidify.
This is the same as the normal damage one, essentially. It's just specifying a weapon type. Am I gonna have to do this exact same thing on, like, Dire Straits is more difficult, so I'm gonna have to do this exact same thing. So the couple that were difficult, yeah, they're just gonna be more difficult now. But I mean, this is the bulk of it. This is the bulk of it already done. Easy enough to grind through. Boy, get bopped. Dude getting bopped. There we are. Sweet. So there's got to be some reward system in the battle pass thing, right? I forgot to check it, but I remember seeing one. For the, yeah, the BP period. Complete the other Molten Quadrant on Quandary or higher difficulty during the Hidden Strife. Okay, I've already done that. Sweet. This drink is kind of hitting the spot, but it's not as good as I wanted it to be right now. I wanted it to be like almost frozen. Didn't have quite enough time. Okay. So, like, let's look at a Dire Straits. Elemental burst 6 times. I mean, that doesn't seem difficult. What's the difference? I have to defeat an extra powerful opponent? It's like, whatever, I could do that. Dude, we're already on 5. Oh, this dude's level 95. Starting to push the limit here a bit. There's not really much more room they can go without letting the player level up more. Does this reach a point where it's unfair? Alright, here we are. Oh, one of these! Dude, they are wrecking me right now, though. It's rare that that happens. Oh, he's trying to clap me.
You're toast! Wings of darkness, come!
Order guide you.
Hop another shield. Get Eula out. Just throw everything at him, dude. He's taking so many
Eye
hits.
for an eye.
He's gonna shred my shield, isn't he?
Gather. This is order.
Right, this is a lot more difficult than I expected. Got it.
Eye for an eye.
Alright, I gotta pop a shield, and then I'll go for Eula's special one more time. Hopefully, that'll do the trick.
I'll be back.
Oh! Okay.
Order guide
I see how it is. He just shredded my shield, didn't he?
Right, man, into the fire. Eat
you. No rest for the wicked.
And I don't have enough... Yeah, I could have tried reviving Eula, but... Didn't really have enough time to do much. Ooh, okay. That, yeah. That was brutal. Okay, well, the game told me to go talk to D-Luke. Or to go back to the winery. So let's try that first. Take this free revive, too. Where is it at? What was it again? There it is. You and Paimon patrolled the area. Okay, sweet, yeah. Alrighty. Let's see what's going on here. Man, this game could be so, I don't know if relaxing is the word, but there's like a vibe to it that I really enjoy. It just feels good playing this game to me. Every time I step away from it and come back, I kind of get that feeling once again.
You're finally back.
Ah, yes. We've been expecting you.
I didn't think you'd be gone for so long. Sorry if it was too much trouble.
That's okay. We did offer to help.
Even if we hadn't gone to Falcon Coast, we probably would have been fighting monsters somewhere else.
So anyway, is Master D-Luke back yet? We didn't see him at Falcon Coast.
Sorry, I'm not sure of Master's whereabouts either, but I did hear that he recently visited Angel's Share. After dealing with this kind of trouble, Master is always careful to tie up all loose ends. It's become something of a routine.
What if it was another set of those?
He should be back very soon. You needn't worry. In the meantime, please make yourself comfortable in the winery.
After all that, we managed to completely miss him. Oh well. Let's just wait for him at the winery this time.
Yeah, at least we got to see the D-Luke of the past.
By the way, Adeline, how come you're always standing here at the door lately? Usually you're busy indoors. Hopefully you haven't been standing there waiting for Master D-Luke this whole time, 'cause that would be really tiring.
Oh, thanks for your concern. But I've actually been instructed by Master to meet with some special guests here. Certain guests may need reminding to stay away for the time being. Master hopes that under the present circumstances, these guests will keep an appropriate distance from the winery, so as not to make a difficult situation even more complicated.
Well, Paimon didn't understand any of that, but it sounds like a really important job.
Well, maybe we could help meet those guests.
That's very kind of you indeed, but you've already helped Master D-Luke out a great deal. You can let me take care of these time-consuming chores.
She's actually the best fighter in Mondstadt.
There is one small thing you could do for me, though. Please, take this letter and place it on the table to your right as you enter the door.
That's oddly specific. I know you're supposed to watch out for people, but I feel like you could literally open the door and set something on the table.
There are a few archived letters on that table already. Just put this one at the very top of the pile.
Is this a letter for Master Diluc?
Yes, it's from one of his informants. Only those in Master's inner circle are permitted to handle it or serve as custodian.
Ooh, that means we're part of Diluc's inner circle.
Of course. Master Diluc greatly values your friendship. Thanks again for the help.
I find that, again, very, very strange. Is something going to happen at the desk? Not like bad, but is there just going to be something that happens and that's why we're doing it? Like, did they plan on it? Also, if you had told me to place something on the table to the right when I walk in, it would have been here. This would be second option. This would be the third option. This would be the fourth option. Although I guess they did tell us there are other letters there. Is this a puzzle?
Whoa, there are so many letters here. It looks like Diluc read them just before he left. He must have been in a hurry. Adeline asked us to put this one at the top of the pile, but how are we supposed to tell the order of the other ones? Guess we'll have to read them to get an idea of when they came in.
We really shouldn't be reading other people's mail.
Oh, that's true. In that case, let's just tidy them up a little.
You're here. You move fast.
Why, hello there.
Woo! There he is!
What are you agonizing over?
Miss Adeline asked us to put these letters in a pile, and we can't tell which order they should go in. But it's your personal mail, so it'd be rude for us to read them without your permission.
There's no need to be nervous. And I can see from the looks on your faces that they've grabbed your interest. These letters deal with events that are past and gone. I only held on to them in case any of the information they contain proves useful later down the line. I just dug them out to confirm a few details. I've been following some rather unique developments recently. You were involved in the events in question anyway. You can read them if you want to. It's not a bad thing to be curious.
Are you in a hurry? You don't look like you just got back from the city.
Hey, that's a good point. Actually, you kind of smell like wild mountain fruit. Oh, did you go to those mountains where the valberries come from?
Oh god. I remember trying to level up Rosaria, and you need valberries. And it was a pain getting them.
Very perceptive. Yes, I did make a trip to the Stormbearer Mountains. I'll fill you in later.
Diluc swiftly goes upstairs.
No fair! We still have some super important things to discuss with Diluc. Not to mention a whole bunch of questions.
It's been a long time since Diluc's presence last overawed you, huh?
All right, let's just sort these letters for him. Well, since he said he doesn't mind, why don't we read them as we go?
Dear Diary, let's see. A letter with rough handwriting? Diluc. Jean wrote to me lately with shocking news. If I don't miss my guess, she wrote to you too. Her sentiments are those of the Knights as a whole. Rapus was a good man, and I thought very well of him. It grieves me greatly to know that he met with such a fate. As for the defeat of the Drake, the honors for that accomplishment should go to your father. I do not accept Eroc's theft of the credit for that deed, which was bought with your father's sacrifice. Stolen credit will not be accepted within the Knights of Favonius under any circumstances. I will not permit it. I have already given Jean the authority to punish Eroc with all necessary severity. The Knights will inform you of the results. I've heard that you've been taking some time off outdoors and may not be easy to reach, so there is no guarantee that my letter will reach you. As such, I'll stop here for now. If it does reach you, then I wish you good health and safety in your travels. Contact us if you need anything. I hope that falcon of yours will help put this letter in your hands. I mean, I don't write in person very often, you know? These may seem like pointless words to you right now, but remember, even the greatest of disasters must come to an end. Mondstadt waits for your return, and if you're willing, the knights will always welcome you. If you're not, forget I said anything, yeah?
Huh. Paimon's not sure what this one's about. Shall we read another one?
Yep. Let's do it. A tidily written letter to the heir of the Ragnavinder? Ragnvinder? Ragnavinder, I think. It's been a while since I've heard the name. To the heir of the Ragnavinder clan. I apologize for sending this letter without notice. You may not remember me, but we've met a few times. We've met near the square when I sat at the table adjacent to yours at the Good Hunter, and I've seen you in your tavern. You were always busy with a great many things, especially back when you were much chattier than you are now. You spoke cheerfully and often with your brother and friends then. It's probably no surprise that you did not notice me then, but I've always had my eye on you, child. I recall with crystal clarity how my little Clee once... Oh, this is from Alice, huh? How my little Clee once made a complete mess of your vineyard while she was trying to catch crystal flies there. But you didn't get angry. In fact, you personally escorted Clee back and even gave her a few bottles of fresh grape juice. Now, I think that might jog your memory, yes? Clee recently told me that she hasn't seen that strange man with the red hair in ages, so I decided to look into it out of curiosity. My deepest condolences regarding your father. In many of the stories I've been told, you are the model knight, proud, driven, a knight of noble character and lineage. But I know that you're gentler than you appear. If you weren't, you wouldn't have treated Clee the way you did. And since you helped my child out, I hope you won't mind if I treat you as if you were my own. Therefore, I sincerely hope that you will leave the dark place that you are presently in, and that you will not wallow in grief and remorse. Partings are most painful things, but they also encourage us to grow. A bird that has lost the roof over its head will fly further than others of its kind. Go out and see the world. That's the best course of action I can envision. Only by feeling, observing, and listening can your heart be healed. Parents all wish that they can accompany their children forever, and the skies, seas, and stars bear witness to that oath. Everything that was your father now finds new life with you. That which you will experience in this world may have been things that your father experienced once upon a time. I hope that the wind will bring you all manner of wondrous things in your journeys to come. In any case, keep your chin up, young child.
Do you want to keep reading them, or have you got the gist now?
No, we're going to keep reading them. We have to.
Okay. Remember, we're trying to figure out when each letter was written.
Yeah, it's going to be a pain. We had the... Yeah, I have no idea. We'll see. A letter... I want to know all the backstory, too, though. A letter with clear handwriting. Master Kaya took leave and stayed at Dawn Winery for a few days. In a rare turn of events, he decided to stay in his original bedroom. He would pace about the grounds when idle, and even asked Adelind to make him his favorite dishes. It really does take me back. I shall be honest with you, but I was quite surprised to hear Master Kaya say that he wanted to stay for a few days. We did not refuse him, however. We believe that even if you were here, you would not refuse him outright. Dawn Winery has always been a more quiet location, perhaps because all who stay here are rather peaceable people. The house is made by those who live in it, and Master Kaya's uncommon arrival did end up livening the place up significantly. I hope that you are doing well in your travels abroad. Everyone here at the winery misses you. May you remain safe and in good health. I'm all set.
Alright then, let's put the letters in the right order.
So, it won't let me read more?
There's one thing we can take away from these. It's that Master Diluc has had a pretty difficult past. Not only was he misunderstood by the Knights of Favonius, but he's faced all kinds of other obstacles too. Sounds like it's tough being Captain Pyro. Always fighting alone because, for one reason or another, it wasn't convenient for the people around him to help out.
But Diluc seems to have found some peace since then.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, he's got us now. We can give him all the help he could ever want. Oh, out of friendship, of course. Definitely not just for the grape juice. Wait, what?
Is there a problem?
Master Diluc, you're wearing your old outfit again? And you've tied your hair back. You look so formal all of a sudden.
Old outfit? You've seen it before?
Maybe.
It was by that leyline anomaly. That was your past self, right?
Huh. I'm surprised it made such an impression.
Do you mind telling us about it? What happened back then? Why were you fighting there?
The same reason as ever. Just stopping another Abyss Order plot.
Yeah, just another Tuesday.
They launched an offensive on several fronts at once. Unfortunately for them, they were still no match for me. We were fighting in an area on Falcon Coast, and everything was recorded by the unusually active ley lines. They must have become unstable again recently, causing them to let out all kinds of information from that time. Hence why you saw what you saw.
Why didn't you stay there to keep guard?
For starters, you only need to deal with the monsters and the ley line deposit will stay dormant, as long as it isn't disturbed again. On the other hand, if I'd done nothing at all, the Knights of Favonius would have taken over straight away. Knowing how they work, they'd be sure to send a large contingent to guard the site.
Wouldn't that have been a good thing?
Depends. Most of the Knights are away on expeditions, so they don't have a lot of people to spare. If the ley line anomaly was just a diversion tactic, the Abyss Order could have been poised to attack somewhere else entirely, while the Knights were scrambling to send what limited forces they have to Falcon Coast. But anyway, I have no interest in talking to the Knights of Favonius. I prefer to get to the bottom of things myself, rather than waste time negotiating with them. And it was easy enough for me to find out the Abyss Order's plans. Take a few Abyss Mages hostage, and they soon start talking. As for the Knights of Favonius, I've sent someone to enlist their cooperation where it's needed.
It almost sounds like you're doing the Knights of Favonius a favor.
It's their job to handle situations like this. They ought to be present when things come to a head. I don't like working closely with the Knights of Favonius because of our differences in philosophy, but that doesn't mean we can't watch each other's backs when it counts.
Whoa. Seems like you have even more control over things now than you used to, Diluc.
The best way to deal with any threat is to utilize all the force at your disposal. Anyway, thank you for your help. Adeline brought me up to speed with everything. In return, I have a gift for your trouble.
It's the juice. Yeah.
The packaging is so fancy! It must be really expensive!
This is my personal favorite grape juice, made of the highest quality grapes. I happen to have an unopened batch, so I brought you a bottle to try. I didn't know you were such fans of grape juice. Next time you want some, don't bother waiting for the discount. Just go down to the cellar and help yourselves.
That's dangerous.
It's on the house.
Woohoo! Paimon's gonna tell everyone we meet that we're VIPs at Dawn Winery! This one bottle must be worth at least, like, 50,000 mora! And he gave it to us for free! Thank you so much, Master Diluc!
If you're free tonight, you're welcome to stay for dinner. Adeline is already making it.
What you got?
There are, however, a few things I need to take care of before dinner time.
Things that involve fighting?
Yes. Passiveness is not my style. Though I had my suspicions at the start, everything I've come across so far in my investigation suggests that the Abyss Order was not behind this. Since this arose from natural causes, it's time to wrap things up.
What you got in mind?
So what should we do?
Well, in for one more, in for the lot.
Right, sure. After all, he did just give us this amazing grape juice. Wait, no. What was it? After all, even when the odds of success are 9-1, you must never lower your guard.
What? What is that from?
Well said.
Is it from him? Is it? I don't know. It may be something that if I had played more recently, I might remember.
In that case, let's get going.
Okie dokie, Captain Pyro. You can take it a little easier this time. Come on, let's go! This is the final battle. Then we can put all this trouble behind us.
That's a good song, by the way. The final battle. So we have the grape juice. I don't know what it does. Like, is it a healing item? He said go to the cellar and help ourselves, but I don't seem to be able to go down there. First of all, that's dangerous because if you're dealing with people with no impulse control, they might be prone to take a little bit more than you intended. The other comment. Oh.
Hey, there's another bunch of letters here. Duke must have read these ones recently.
The Final Battle. It's a song by a band called Nostradamus. It's like Nostradamus, but the last few letters are E-U-S instead of U-S. Nostradamus. It's like I think a Swedish power metal band. It's a really good song though. I like it. It's called The Final Battle.
Which one shall we read first?
Well, these are ordered, so let's go with the first letter in beautiful handwriting. To D. A storm is brewing within the Knights of Favonius. Varka's inner circle is preparing to investigate Arok and his henchmen, and it's looking increasingly likely that Arok is about to get unseated from that high horse of his. You might not be too pleased to see this letter of mine, but I mean to get this news to you as soon as possible. You don't have to reply. Number 2.
Hey, there's another. Which one shall we read first?
To D. Even I was a little surprised to hear that you've decided to leave on a trip. Jean wanted to write and tried to dissuade you, but I advised her against it. As for Varka, I don't think he knows that about this. Otherwise, he'd have probably set you down for a talk. If you'd like to leave, do it now. The less the people know, the less the goodbyes you'll have to say. Leave at night, too, so things won't be too saddening. Take care. And lastly,
There's another. Which one shall we read first?
a letter in beautiful handwriting, Roman numeral 3. To D. Some slightly bad news. Arok won't be quite so difficult to bring down after all. The Grandmaster's order to investigate has certainly dealt him a major blow, but I wouldn't call the problem pulled up by the roots yet. The matter's been handed over to Jean's jurisdiction. She'll take care of this, I believe. Arok is an obstacle in her path in any case. Just sit tight and wait for the good news. Alrighty then. More? A letter in beautiful handwriting.
There are a few more letters here. Take your pick. Let's read one.
That's 7, 8, and 9. What if I don't want to read it? It didn't tell me what letters they were going to be. So we had 1, 2, 3. Is this going to be 4, 5, 6?
Another bunch? Which one do you think we should start with?
Yeah. So number 4. To D. Recently, a group of businessmen returned to Mondstadt. Word is that the reason for their return is a downturn in business. According to my observations, their employees are regulars at Angel's Share. These people can also be found out in the more dangerous parts of the wilds around the city. Now, a few of them were a little careless and even dropped some pages of their notes on the ground. I took the liberty of returning these sheets to the Angel's Share, out of the goodness of my heart. I think they might have something to do with you, seeing as how they were there. I also noticed that their notes were written in code. Information brokers, perhaps, or some kind of secret organization? Whatever the case, it took quite a lot of effort to see those blurred words with only one eye, you know? Don't worry, I'll keep this a secret.
Another bunch of... Which one do you think we should start with?
5. 2D. I didn't try to hide it from you on purpose, you know, but I suppose you found out all the same, huh? I mean, not everyone who wears an eye patch must be blind, right? Don't people also wear an eye patch if they have a scar over their right eye? The long-awaited good news is finally here. Is this Kaya? Is that Kaya, by the way? Now I'm going to bring a glass of wine when I go to watch Arok pack his things and leave on his last day. Good riddance, by the way. That should be fun, eh? I know you're not the type to do that sort of thing, but I am, so allow me. Alright, number 6.
Another bunch of... Which one do you think we should start with?
2D. Oh my! No sooner did you get back than a mysterious character started popping up. I hear he's called the Dark Knight Hero. He has repeatedly fought off treasure hoarders and monsters in the Mondstadt area, and he's even attacked Abyss Order strongholds. So far it seems like he is on Mondstadt's side, but the Knights of Favonius could never permit the existence of a vigilante. I get the feeling that the two of you would get along nicely, so why don't you go find an opportunity to get to know him and give him some sage advice? You know, just so he doesn't get caught by the Knights. Is that just teasing that they know who he is?
There are a few more... Take your pick.
So now number 7. 2D. Per standard procedure, the Knights of Favonius needs to take a statement from all relevant parties. Recently, the Knights of Favonius have received reports from a number of eyewitnesses claiming to have seen the Dark Knight Hero in the vicinity of the Dawn Winery. The Grand Master has assigned the cavalry company to this mission. As such, I will be paying you a visit in 3 days. He seems to think that our relationship can be improved if we are forced to talk in person. Don't worry though, my lips are sealed. This will be nothing more than a formality. Anyway, 3 days' notice should be enough for you, I presume?
There are a few more... Take your pick. Let's read one.
8. 2D. The appearance of the Dark Knight Hero has indeed bought the Knights of Favonius some valuable time during the Abyss Order's last attack. This helped Jean convince the Knights of Favonius to stop focusing on trying to stop him. This will decrease the limits on the Dark Knight Hero's actions, but this doesn't mean that his situation will necessarily improve. Objects with too honed an edge tend to be damaged more easily. You, I'm sure, are aware of the great dangers that come with acting alone. That said, I would advise against such a course of action. I wonder if that's when we worked with them before.
Let's read one.
When they talked about him, like, distracting during the Abyss Order, during the Abyss Order stuff. That might be when we worked with them. And number 9, 2D. I heard that the Dawn Winery did not suffer any damage. Likewise, the Knights of Favonius only sustained minor injuries and will recover quickly. However, an employee of a local merchant has gone missing, and their last known location just so happens to align with the Abyss Order's area of activity. The Knights have dispatched people to go to the rescue. Do be aware that the Abyss Order has become more dangerous as of late, even going so far as to organize multi-pronged offensives. Perhaps the Dark Knight Hero and the Knights of Favonius should team up. That might guarantee that things will go off without a hitch, What was that? The owl statue. O Watcher of the Night, forget not the splendor of the dawn. O ye who contend with evildoers, stay not from the path of righteousness. Or stray not. Can I read the rest of these?
These letters cover a whole load of different events. Oh, Paimon never knew Diluc's past was so complicated. We're really gonna have to study all the details to figure out how everything fits together. Which letter do you want to read next?
I did those two, and I did... I did rough and tidy, didn't I? We'll do clear handwriting. Master Kaya took leave and blah blah blah. We've done these, okay.
These letters cover a... We're really gonna have to... Which letter do you want?
Okay, so next, elegant, neat, and new. Dear D-Luke, welcome back to Mondstadt, sir. It has been some time since the incident. We discovered that Archaic had betrayed us and he has been punished severely. I hope that this news will put your mind at ease. In other news, our people have discovered that the Abyss Order has stepped up its activities between Volvendum and Stonegate lately. Also, a mysterious individual that people are calling the Dark Knight Hero has suddenly started showing up out of nowhere all around Mondstadt City. He typically acts in the dead of night and his intentions are currently unclear. Please stay safe and notify the Knights as soon as possible should you see anything suspicious. We will send support immediately. Whether you are presently in our ranks or not, all faithful Knights will remember your contributions to the Knights of Favonius. May you remain in good health. And then what was next? Neat and then new?
These letters were really good. Which letter do you...
Neatly written. Dear Mr. D-Luke, it is my pleasure to investigate the ley lines alongside you. As you know, my focus is on alchemy, so my knowledge of the ley lines remains quite shallow, and I fear that I will only be able to share what little understanding I have. According to many pre-existing documents, the ley lines can be seen as a medium for storing information. Under certain circumstances, they can record activities that occur in the area around them. All this information goes through a recording and storage process. After a certain period of time, they may be released once again by the ley lines. If I may be so bold as to make a guess, there should be a method to activate the ley lines. Those who grasp such methods can control the times at which ley line information is recorded and released. Judging from the runic symbols and some other clues, I surmise that there are particular members of the Abyss Order who may have a very small chance of being able to achieve this. If you believe that this requires further investigation, these entities may serve as your point of entry. I wrote a paper a few years ago in which I covered my brief foray into questions concerning the flow of ley lines and other such topics. You will find a copy of this paper enclosed. I hope that it can help to clear up some of your doubts. Alright, and let's get to the new one now.
These letters were really good. Which letter do you...
Dear Dark Knight Hero, the Knights of Favonius have stepped up the guard details throughout Mondstadt without making any major movements. The Abyss Order will not have noticed. I am scouting around Dragonspine. The monsters here are scattered and separated. Clearly they haven't been assembled by the Abyss Order. There are no signs of enemy activity in the south of Mondstadt either. If you can confirm that the other locations are also free of monsters, we will be able to conclude that the Abyss Order has nothing to do with the recent ley line disorder. Alright, that's that, huh? Anything upstairs? You want me to read more? I'll do it, because I like getting the info, but damn, that's a lot at once. Was the upstairs always this empty? No doors for us to actually use? Investigate what? A letter? Where's this letter? Dear D-Luke, welcome back to Mondstadt, sir. It has been some time since the incident we discovered that Archaic has been... What? What? Where am I reading this? We read that earlier, but why is it showing up here? Whatever. I will accept it and move on. Okay, where do we want to go? Back to the same one? Okay. Easy to get to. Let's do it. Whee! Has this always been here? Have I somehow missed something this seemingly easy? Thanks, Gooba.
Certainly worth the extra mile. Stabilize.
Alrighty, let's check it out. Oh. Oh, but it gave me a shield. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal because we have a 5-person party right now. That reminds me a lot of Eula's special, which is fine with me. And this guy's done. Cool. Maybe I should use Diluc some. It's not bad.
It's done. The ley line deposit will disappear before long.
That battle went very smoothly.
All thanks to the power of teamwork. See, even Captain Pyro needs his trusty sidekick sometimes. It can't be Master Diluc saving the day by himself every single time. Many hands make light work.
Sidekicks. It's been a long time since I last worked with others. It's not so bad. If the opportunity arises, let's team up again in the future.
Okay, is that it? All's well that ends well. Quest completed. F5. Do I get the rewards? What do I... Character outfit. How do I get it? Reward preview. I have no idea. Event guidelines. Huh. I'm not sure. Preview outfit. Do I already have it? Without knowing? Purchased from the shop. Oh, I gotta buy it? That's unfortunate. I mean, I don't mind buying it. Yeah, I don't have that right now, but that's easy to get. So yeah, we got Kaching, Jean, Ningguang. I'll be a little critical here. It was last summer. People were really excited because we had Barbara and Jean drop at the same time. And it's like, oh, finally, new costumes. People have been waiting on that, right? People really wanted it. And then you had Ningguang and Kaching drop. And now we have Fischl and Diluc. It's been a year. And what do we have, 6 costumes? That doesn't feel like very many. On the one hand, I say I was going to be critical, but I prefer that to, let's say, I prefer that to them releasing like 6 costumes for every character in a year and then making you pay for each one, because that just feels not predatory, but it feels greedy. So I will say I probably prefer to have fewer costumes if you're not gonna like nickel and dime us.
This is order.
But at the same time, it just feels like, man, it's been a year and we only have 6 costumes? Like, that's so few.
I condemn you. Flood of frost. Rack and ruin.
So what I want to try to do is,
Eye for an eye.
let's see, yeah, I'll burn this, but I want to try and build up Eula's special and save it for the enemy. That enemy was just stomping me last
Rack
time,
and ruin.
so it might be pretty difficult.
No rest. Stabilize.
I condemn you.
Right, hers is almost ready. If we can like open up on the enemy with Eula's, that would be nice.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
All right, here we go.
Solidify.
Pop this,
Order guide.
pop this,
Out the frying pan, into the fire.
Rack and
boom,
ruin.
and boom,
Will be mine.
and another E. And then we wail on him for a bit, and then another
Eye
E.
for an eye.
Cool.
This is order.
Eat this! Shadow Raven, let night fall!
I condemn you.
Pop this.
I will have order.
I feel like we're building up specials really fast for some reason.
Eye for an eye.
Okay, I think we might be able to do this now. Oh. Oh no, I gotta beat 2. What's the another one? Well, I don't think I'm doing that.
Order guide you.
Boba, get them! You're toast!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Eye for an eye. Freeze to the
I
core.
mean, I'm gonna give it my damnedest, but I don't know if I can swing that.
Eye for an eye.
Only 10 seconds left.
Stabilize. This is order.
Eyes. Rack and ruin.
At the right hip!
Yeah, it was close. That's pretty rough, man. I need to be able to get the elemental bursts more quickly. Normally it's easy to spam with Eula, but I feel like it was taking a while. Oh, dude, that's pretty rough. Okay. Well then, while I am here... Oh, that one's going to be easy. While I'm here, let's go ahead and take on the daily commissions. This one might be one of the balloon ones where you gotta, like, either escort it or sabotage. Let's go ahead and take care of these daily commission things. And I'm actually probably going to wrap up a little early because I'll take care of a couple odds and ends, basically. So depending on how long that lasts. The thing is, I don't really want to jump into another quest tonight because the quests in this game tend to run on the longer side, given I'm already just over 2 hours in. It may be hard to finish a quest in 2 hours. And I'd rather not start up something new. So what I'll do is I'll kind of come up with a plan on what I want to do next time. And then I'll be ready to do that.
Solidify.
This one's really easy. But they often will be attracted to you when you start shooting the towers, even if you don't get very close. Might do a couple, like I said, odds and ends. I might even try to rank up Official's attacks for talents. So Oz can be stronger. So if that's what I hope it is, it's the one where you have to help, not Noelle, Ellen? The lady who's like, I wish I could destroy all these things. And then you just, like, use Eula's attack and win. It's really easy. Hold on, what is this? Oh, hang on. I actually have to respond to this. 1 second. 1 second. Just it's too relevant.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you.
All right.
Yes.
So I don't
I'll
normally
teach
like
you
to do
all
that
right. Mark my
on stream.
words.
I find it's, you know, really distracting. But I referenced something earlier and something just came up that was so on point to that. I was like, wait a minute, deja vu. And I didn't want to let it pass. Is this all 5? Yeah, good. I don't gotta wait on a second batch of enemies. You just demolish! Like, it's crazy! I still want Eula to be stronger, though. Never enough, right? Did I warp directly? No, you can't. But you could jump here. Yeah, you could warp here and then, like, glide down. Make it most of the way. This is not the one I was thinking of. That's where it would be. Which one is this? Is this the one where we gotta, like, sweep? Because I hate it, because then it'll make me switch to Jean or someone. Presumption of innocence. I wonder if he will finally repent this time. Repent from what? Lots of people come here every day to confess their sins and seek forgiveness from the gods. But if you only say it and don't act on it, don't you think that's a waste of time? Take Nimrod, for instance. He has come here to confess his alcohol abuse numerous times, but he hasn't changed one bit. If you have time, maybe you could go and check up on him? Is drinking a sin, then? Drinking alone is not a sin, but it is sinful to drink to the point that you bring undue distress to others. If everyone was to behave quite so unscrupulously, sooner or later, the entirety of Mondstadt would find itself in a very distressing situation. So each time a sin rears its ugly head, it needs to be nipped in the bud. Now, quickly, go check up on Nimrod for me. Fun fact about nipped in the bud. I learned, like, within the past year that apparently a lot of people say nipped in the butt. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that people said that. It came up in a list of, like, phrases that people commonly say incorrectly. Another one is, like, I could care less, where it's really more accurate to say I couldn't care less. But because of the way, like, common, because of the way, like, colloquial usage works, I could care less means the same thing as I couldn't care less, because it's just colloquial at this point. And people know what you mean when you say that. But the other one, apparently there are a lot of people who were saying nipped in the butt. And I don't think they considered what that means. And I'm not saying it in an insulting way, but, and maybe they don't know much about, like, flowers or anything, but the idea is that,
Time to scout.
you know, if you're nipping something in the bud, you're preventing that flower from growing in the first place. That's what you're doing, basically. So if you're talking about a problem or something, that's why you use that term, because you're cutting it early before it can actually grow into a larger problem. So, like, it makes sense, but I feel like a lot of people, maybe they just don't know enough. Like, I grew up around, like, my mom was always gardening and stuff, so maybe that's why it just made sense to me as a child. But I think a lot of people probably haven't thought it through if they're saying nipped in the butt. Like, what does that even mean? A cigarette butt? I don't know. What's up, Nimrod? I remember this guy's name too, it's funny. This is the one I look forward to every day. I thought you quit drinking. Ugh. Oh, you gave me a fright. I thought it was my wife. The odd one now and then doesn't hurt anybody. I did have a tough day's work today. Alright, I get it. I'll finish off this one and head back. Yuri will probably have finished shopping by now anyway. Had to slur a little bit. Tut tut, simply no. Victoria said we need evidence. Let's look around. We'll just pick it up off the table in front of him. Looks like he's on a roll. But Paimon doubts we could take this mug as evidence.
What would you like?
What's up, Charles? Hello, can I help? Tell me about Nimrod. He's been here drinking for hours. Look, here's his tab. If he keeps this up, we'll have to call in Yuri. You want to borrow it? I suppose there's no harm in that, but what do you need it for? Yeah, hey, he reminds me of me. Back, like, if you know, I always had the problem, and I'm pretty open about it, because you learn from your mistakes. Nobody's perfect, and you have to do your best to learn from your mistakes. So I've always had also, I'm fighting a sneeze right now, so yeah, give me a moment, I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, you learn from your mistakes. So, I always had a problem where it's easy for me not to drink, but once I start drinking, I don't have the control to stop. It's like some weird switch is flipped. And so for that reason, I push myself too far, like every time I drink, and it was getting to be way too frequent. It was a problem, so I stopped. But that kind of behavior reminds me of me, basically. I was like, you know, it's whatever. I don't really like to think I would make excuses. I just drink because I want to drink. I never really said, I had a tough day, I'm gonna drink. It's just like, hey, there is alcohol here, I'm gonna drink it. But if I like went to the bar or something, yeah, it'd be like hours and just racking up huge tabs, you know, $100+ tabs. Even in like a college town where drinks are cheap. It's like, yeah, that's why you gotta stop if you're doing stuff like that, you know?
More speed.
I mean, I went in a few times in the college town, and
Time to scout.
in a matter of like 2 or 3 hours, I spent over $100. So we're talking about a place where like a shot was $3, you know, $2 to $3, depending on what it is. We're talking about a place where you get like like if you got like a Jack and Coke or something, and you got a double, it's like $4.50. So spending more than $100 on yourself at a place like that in like 3 hours, yeah, that's a lot. That's the kind of like problems I have. And it sounds like that guy is kind of the same. But again, that's why I stopped. Because as I said before, like if I don't have a problem not drinking, I have a problem stopping once I start.
Time to scout.
So if I do have that problem, if I can't keep it under control, then I probably shouldn't start in the first place. Everything in moderation, sure, but if you can't control it, then moderation goes out the window. Alright, what's up, Victoria? Alright, this is Nimrod's bill from the tavern. Huh? Just as I thought. He's at it again. People will forget everything that's happened in their past unless they've really had to suffer for it. Please take this as payment for your trouble. As for Nimrod's payback, I will mull it over. Sweet.
Time to scout.
Alrighty. Not too bad. Normally I like to push for about 4 hours. Again, it's I don't really want to start up another quest. But I also have other things that I would like to take care of. And this buys me some extra time tonight, if I kind of call it pretty soon. I wrote some code last night, and this is partially related to it. I wrote some code last night, and I actually got in a pretty good working state. I need to do a couple other things to clean it up a little bit, but it's in a pretty good state. And I'd like to just clean up that last little bit and go ahead and get that committed to my GitHub, because it's I like it. It's simple but effective at what it's supposed to be.
Thank you for
Basically,
completing today's
it is a like a macro program. So I know other programs exist to do that, but I wanted to make my own. It works through a config file, where you basically define macros in a config file. And by define macros, I mean it's basically you define a hotkey, or it could be a set of hotkeys like Control Shift F6 or whatever. You define your hotkeys to run the macro, and then you give it a list of commands. And, you know, so the commands are like press a key, or press a combo of keys. So if you wanted to do like Control S to save or something, that's another command to do the combo of keys. The next one is to set your mouse position. Oh, look who's here. We'll talk to him in a moment. Set your mouse position. Left click, middle click, right click. What else? Oh, a loop as well. You can actually do a loop. And that may be about it. So it's fairly simple, but I mean, that's a lot. That's very powerful already, the things you could do with just those set of commands. So I'm pretty happy with it, and I want to get that committed. But before I talk to Venti here, I just need to go blow my nose real quick. That sneeze messed me up. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what Venti has to say. This is Diona's place. I forget what they call it. The something cat, right? Damn it! Did I really fall too far to? Okay, no, I didn't. Ooh, that was bad. Anyway, this is Diona's place, I think, and I guess he's hanging out here just for the duration of the summer event. So let's see what he has to say. He's still sneezing, nice.
Guess I shouldn't get too close to the cats after all. I'll just stay on the roof.
Maybe I'm allergic. Ah, he didn't have much to say, okay. One thing I just remembered, though, is that we did have other quest things show up. And I want to check this. I can't do... No, I can't do this yet. Okay. Why is that locked? I think I haven't done the prerequisite. No? Oh, right. These I haven't done prerequisites for. I have for her, but I still need to use the keys. It's weird. Okay, whatever. I'll have to decide what to unlock next. Let's see. We do have some stuff here that is related to the summer thing. Both of these. Finish acting. That might be easy, but this boat one here could be interesting. That actually might not be easy because that's a lot of adventure experience. 300 is more than the other one. And it's more primo gems. It's like a better everything. So yeah, we'll have to figure out what that is next time. Might not be as simple as it sounds. We need some philosophies of ballad. Let's get a couple of those. Character talent material. Is it ballad or resistance? I have no idea at this point. We'll make like 12 of them. Go! Did I get 13 or 14? I got 13. Cool. Resistance is Eula, right? And Eula's maxed. I think Eula's maxed on everything. Yeah. What does that say? Hold on. Talent reference. Oh. They give right. I didn't know that. Okay. So let's go over here. Actually, how are you doing too? So he can level up too. I feel like I should. Yeah, it makes his shield better and everything. Why not? So we need philosophies of gold. Let's go to Fischl and do Knight Rider. No, I need more. So if I can make more of the regular ballad things, I can get some more philosophies of ballad. Like more of the mid-tier ones. Can I do that? Because if I have low-tier ones, yeah. Guide to ballad. Why are you making it? Now, philosophy's a ballad. Philosophies are the hardest to get, so let's just go crazy on it. And we need... which one is gold? That one? We had like 14, I don't know. Maybe like 2, yeah, there we go. I don't know how many I needed, but it'll be used eventually. Right, talents. Knight Rider. Yep. Sweet. Let's max that out. So he just does more damage. We get some extra summoning damage when he comes out. Works for me. And then over here... Let's see. So the shield goes up, dude. It's so crazy. I love it. Yeah, so its base absorption is better, and then we get it's actually a lot better, and then we get a lot better percentage. That's crazy. I love it. Plan to be fall would be... Hey, it petrifies for another 0.1. That's not much, but that extra 70 or 65% damage, that's good. Something to consider. And we'll look into that other stuff at another time. What do we get if we level this up? More damage. A lot more stuff. Okay. Well, this is pretty easy to level up. Let's do it. No reason not to do at least a couple of these. Yeah, we've gone up, what, like 30% or so? I didn't really pay attention to the starting number. But for, like, basically nothing. Like, I didn't even have to think about it. Hey, look at that. These are going up quite a bit. Like 9% on that last one. And then 11% here, so 20. On the Pyronado. That's what I care the most about too, because that's what I'm gonna summon that in and then switch characters, and it's still gonna be spinning around slapping dudes. So we're up to 190 on it now. I like that. Wait a minute. Her normal attack hasn't been leveled up much. Shit, so we need more guide to ballad.
Knights and aristocrats share the same.
Let's go ahead and work on that. That's resistance. Did I already... Oh, no, I burned them all. Yeah. Okay. Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, that's not today. So I will have to get those at another time. I was gonna say, I should and could level up Fischl's attack, which would help alleviate a little bit of her feeling weak when I try to use her bow. Let's see, what does it get us? That's pretty significant. Like an extra 4-ish% on all of them, a little bit more than 4 there. Was about 5.4 there, or yeah. What is that? About 5.4, or yeah, about 5.4 there as well. Aimed shot. Okay, yeah, there's a lot going on there. Something to look into going forward. I should really focus on getting the characters in better shape, essentially. Did I get some new stuff unlocked for doing that? Oh, no, the commissions. But I may have got some stuff for... Yeah, there we are. I like it. Cool. Alrighty. So I did go ahead and burn through a little bit of that, as I was suggesting I might. I'm pretty happy with where that puts me. I'll try to remember to do that on Saturday or Sunday, to go do that domain and get some philosophies, or some whatever of ballad. Use some of my condensed resin on it. But yeah, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today. Even though it's only been about 2 hours and 25.5 minutes. As I said, I want to wrap up my project if I can, because it's in a position where I can pretty much call it finished, which is rare for projects for me. That's something I need to work on, so I would like to try to wrap that up today, and then be happy. Be happy, basically. There's a couple, like, again, there's a couple things I got to do to hopefully wrap it up, but it's feasible to have that done today, and that's exciting for me. So yeah, With that said, thank you to anyone who showed up today, whether you were lurking, chatting, masturbating, whatever you like to do while you watch the stream. It's all good. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate you dropping in, the raid, chatting, all that good stuff. I lost my train of thought for some reason. I tried to do things in a different order and it just broke. So let me just do that again. Appreciate everybody for dropping in, whether you're lurking, chatting, masturbating, whatever you like to do while you watch the stream. If you are new here on the stream, there we go. If you are new here and you like the stream, you want to see more, go ahead and hit that follow button. It's free. If you are watching this in the future on YouTube, first of all, congrats for being in the future. I'm very impressed. But second of all, go ahead and tickle that like button, lick the subscribe button, and fondle the notification bell. And that's all free too. Leave a comment. It's all free. Doesn't cost you a dime, only a little bit of your time. But I do read all the comments and stuff, so I really do appreciate it. And I'll respond to them if they are like decent comments. And yeah, with that said, I stream almost every day, so I will be back tomorrow probably with more of this. And until then, have a good day. Have a good night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Take it easy. That was a weird outro today. It flowed very strangely.